Liberals, liar, liar. In honor of Daniel Ellsberg, who was willing and determined to face, to speak, and to urge others to speak out about crucial truths about the crimes of this American empire and the dangers it poses to the people of the world and the very existence of humanity. By Bob Avakian. For some time, I have been on a quest to find honest liberals. I have challenged liberals and progressives to seriously engage material at revcom.us, including the American Crime Series, which brings sharply to light the massive and truly horrendous crimes continually committed by the ruling class of this country over its whole history and analyzes the nature of the system of capitalism imperialism that requires such crimes. So far, the results have been quite disappointing. To my knowledge, few, if any, liberals or progressives have taken up this challenge, at least not in any serious way. Of course, I would love to learn about honest liberals and progressives out there who are willing to take up this challenge. But as far as I know, at this point, this is not happening, at least not in anything like the way and on the scale that it needs to happen. This has got me thinking about the movie Liar, Liar.
Pardon me for interrupting your meeting. Mr. Allen, you remember Fletcher Reed?
Where the main character, played by Jim Carrey, is rendered unable to lie for a certain period. What results is a lot of uncomfortable truths about himself and others, including things he actually knows but has kept hidden, perhaps even from his own conscious thoughts.
Well, what do you think of him?
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung. Figuratively speaking.
It would be very interesting to see what would be revealed if the same thing happened to liberals and progressives, and the truth came out regarding what they actually know and don't know about the history and reality of this country and its towering crimes, and what they are deliberately refusing to face up to. Since in real life, there is no device that can render liberals and progressives unable to lie, including to themselves, I will once again issue the challenge to them to face up to the real history and nature of this country and the system of capitalism imperialism that rules in this country and dominates the world, and the profound implications of this, even though I have learned not to hold my breath waiting for this to happen. In light of the urgency spoken to in Something Terrible or Something Truly Emancipating, a renewed challenge, searching for an honest liberal or progressive, by Bob Avakian. There is the story about how in ancient Greece, a philosopher named Diogenes wandered over a wide territory with a lantern to light his way, searching for one honest man. Today, I'm searching for an honest liberal or progressive. More specifically, last year, I issued a challenge to Bill Maher, who continues to bray about how this is supposedly a great country.
We're not the bad guys.
Here, I'm issuing an updated version of this challenge. For all the liberals and progressives who say they care about justice and are seriously concerned about the situation and the future facing humanity, but still are clinging to the notion that there is something special, something especially good about this country, even while they may admit that it has many faults. All those liberals and progressives who, in any case, say that this system we live under should be preserved while we work to overcome its faults, and that it is not necessary and not a good idea to overthrow this system and bring into being a radically different system. Here is the challenge. Go to the website revcom.us and read the following. this recent major work of mine, Something Terrible or Something Truly Emancipating. Profound crises, deepening divisions, the looming possibility of civil war, and the revolution that is urgently needed. A necessary foundation, a basic roadmap for this revolution. The American Crime Series. These papers by Raymond Lotta, The Industrialization of Sexual Exploitation, Imperialist Globalization, and the Descent into Hell. And Imperialist Parasitism and Class Social Recomposition in the U.S. from the 1970s to today, an exploration of trends and changes. And let me call your attention to this astounding and horrific fact. Because of the way the world is dominated by this system of capitalism imperialism, in the Third World, Latin America, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, tens of millions of children die every decade from starvation and preventable disease. To put this in an even larger perspective, because of conditions ultimately rooted in and enforced by this system of capitalism imperialism, just in the lifetime of someone 20 years old, the number of children in the Third World who have needlessly died from starvation and preventable disease is at least 100 million. And for anyone 75 or older, that number is 350 million, greater than the entire population of this country. So here again is the challenge. Seriously confronting the reality captured in the works and facts I have referred to here. Try to make the case that this is a great country and great system. And see if you can explain why this system should be preserved in any form. Or, failing that, acknowledge that it is true that we need an actual revolution to overthrow this whole system and bring a radically different and much better system and world into being. Do any of you have the integrity and concern for humanity to take up this challenge? We shall see.